So welcome to the free webinar on beating AI with your humanity. I just took a poll for those of the people who are here live, and there are several questions I want to get to, but I first want to just say welcome. I love to see all of your beautiful faces, and for those of you I just see a name, that's fine. I get it. And so thank you for coming. I am very curious what made you come today, and I think it's because you may feel the same way I do, but that's why I did this little poll. So let's look at the results. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll. Now, you can't see the results of the poll. Is that right? Okay. So I'll just share the results with you. So the first question is, are you full-time or part-time? So a lot of you are half of you are part-time, a third of you are full-time, and then some are other. So maybe you're exploring. Great. Fine. Or maybe you're wondering how voice actors are handling it with AI, and that's fine too. Great. Nice to have you. The second question was, what is your concern about AI infringing on VO? Is it affecting you? Yes or no? Or are you undecided? Oh, interesting. So 50% of you are undecided. No, 14%. And yes, 36%. So that's interesting to me because I literally have become more concerned than I was 4 years ago. So my concern just keeps rising. I'll explain that. But seeing some benefits of AI for VO, like synthetic, you can make yourself. Are you seeing some benefits, yes or no? Yes, 64%. No, 36%. And added thoughts. So hope you don't mind. I'm just going to go view the details of that, see what people are saying. And I don't think you can see this. Can you see this or not? You cannot. Okay. So what people are saying is some added thoughts. I use AI as a tool, view it as an advanced digital enhancer. Looking to use it for client development. Here to get some insight and get basic knowledge. I'm at a low point in life, and I'm hoping to use some improv to find my happy again. Well, we can definitely do that for effing sure. Don't have enough knowledge to speak on this subject. Fine. I'm interested in your take on where you see AI headed. This will all likely be answered in this session, so glad to be here. Thank you. So those are the answers. Is anybody surprised by the answers? Raise your hand. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this little screen there so that it isn't in front of us anymore. Yes, Bethany, you're surprised?
Yeah, I guess I'm surprised by the answer to the first question, which is whether or not we feel that AI affects our business.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that there were so many people that said no. More people said no than yes, and that surprised me.
Well, actually, the concern about it is higher on undecided, and then yes, and then no. So more people are either unsure or yes. Yeah. We have a small group, and it may or may not be reflective of a voiceover large survey. But this is why I wanted to know is who's here today and what are you thinking? So my concern is that I just see it getting better and better. You know, like when digital cameras came out and they were really crappy because they were really grainy and digital. So I just hear those voices getting better and better. And then you have Revoicer and other things out there that are making it easier and easier for, let's say, an e-learning ID instructional designer to go ahead and, you know what, I can do this and I can make this work because I can use Revoicer and I can get the whole program recorded and then I can edit it and it's all on my schedule because they like to work on their own schedule. They don't want to have to really worry about other people doing input. You know, I'm just thinking of ideas that AI is getting good. And it depends on the user. And the users are getting better because those prompts are getting better. And there are new things in music tools. So I said in one of my newsletters recently, or one of my posts on social, my boyfriend is a musician. And he showed me that he can make himself sing. I could sing like a belter in a musical theater in Broadway, you know, because you can sing how you sing, la 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 la, and then they can go in there and say la 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 la. They can make you sound like an opera singer. You know, they can take the voice that you put in, and they can take the sequences, or they can put you in pitch perfect too. I was really kind of blown away by what I saw was happening on the music side. So, you guys, we can be robotic. We can just read stuff, and we're good readers. Yay! You
Mhm.
know, but what happens when you are being replaced by AI because it's just as good as a reader as you are, right? So, what's our option? How do we become more human? That's we know the option. Everybody's saying that it's like, yeah, when you're doing your voiceover, you got to talk like you're talking to somebody. Everybody freaking says that. They've been saying that since 2000 when I started voiceover training. So, how do you do that? How do you become more human? Thoughts? Anybody want to jump in?
I think the human natural subtleties like breath, obviously, size, that natural stutter, so to speak,
Hmm.
just doing things, emotional um, things that can come through in your voice that can't come through in AI. They are getting extremely good. I mean, really good. So I just think
Yes, they
trying to
are.
put more of the human part of it in there, whether
Right,
it's
and
a
those things that you mentioned are part of it too, definitely. Tiffany, you were raising your hand?
Sandy said most of it.
Okay.
No, that's great. No, I was just gonna say it's just not so polished,
Yeah,
right? Like I mean, like right now, I literally did not know what I was gonna say. So like when we deliver stuff is that we didn't really know what we're gonna say right away all the time.
right, right. And then how do you apply that to the written word, right?
Right.
So we know how to be human, we're doing that every day.
Mhm.
And we're talking like we're natural all the time. We're doing that. We're improving all the time. Improv, life is an improv, right? You've probably heard that before. So, well, I'm going to put it like this. This is my perspective. I am not a guru. I am just a hardworking voice actor who's been running my business for 20 years, and I work full time and I earn a full time living. And I work from Italy half of the time. So I'm traveling and I have a really weird life. So I'm making it even doing these crazy things, right? So it's being a good actor. That's my answer. It's being a good actor. And however you can get there. Because what you need to do is you need to be human with words that aren't yours. And you know how hard that can be. You know how hard that can be by the
Yeah.
scripts that you've seen. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hi, Nick Shelley. I feel like I know you.
Hi, Rebecca. You do.
Yeah.
Long time
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. It's nice to
at the
see your
beginning
name.
of your, good to see you, beginning of your voiceover career, which
Yeah.
I've been following, and I got this, I thought I would check it out.
Sweet.
It's on my mind a lot.
AI.
Uh, yeah, AI, the human connection of
Yeah.
what makes human voices human, and I think huge part that came to my mind is activation. So when someone is actually embodying their word, like using their body, you can hear it. You can hear it
Yes.
when someone's
Yes.
more
Being
engaged with
physical.
what they're saying, being physical. And
Engaging in the way that you would if you're doing something actually
yeah,
right then.
if you
Yeah.
have intention behind the words, it's going to show up in the body and the expression.
Now,
So
who
that
among
yeah.
us, raise your hand if you can, or use the hand that gives, if you're not showing your video, use the hand raising thing and just wave your hand that way. Who among you has taken acting classes and done acting? I was expecting you, Tiffany. Good. Nick, great, great, great. Bethany, yes, great, great, great. So you know a little bit about what that means, and you can put your hands down now. I just wanted to see. I'm so glad to see that because I really think it's about upping your acting game big time and getting really serious about it if you've been unserious or you haven't been really focused. Now, the way improv makes you a better actor. Okay, this is where I come in. This is where I just thrive. I took Meisner classes. I took all kinds of acting coaching when I was in Los Angeles for a long time. I continue to do it now, but I don't take acting classes. I do improv all the time. And then I take coaching on specific genres of voiceover. And I think that works for me. Now, you may find a different path, and that's okay. But the thing is, improv makes me a better actor. Improv helps me play in the space of make believe. What's that Sanford Meisner quote? I didn't bring it. It's on my desk in my office. It's the believing you are where you are. It's like believing you are where you're imagining you are. Yeah. So we're all working in our booths or in the place that we record. And can you imagine where you would be saying those words? Are you doing that? Like Tiffany's got a gray wall behind her. Maybe she can imagine a beach behind her or something like that. Nick is in this situation where he's got this ceiling up above him, and maybe he's looking down at the ground and exploring a park in front of him, like he's outside his place, right? So how hard is that as adults when you're not necessarily always an actor, you've come from a different background, or you aren't really staying fresh with your acting skills? Get some improv to play with that. That's how you gives you a tool to turn on your humanity and personalize things in the only way you can. I mean, if I tell you, Nick, there's a box in front of you. It's a cardboard box that's about the size of a shoebox. We can all imagine that, right? We all kind of know what that is, right? So, Nick, look down in that box and tell me what's in there.
It looks like an old bowling trophy with the ball broken off.
Pause.
Because
yes. Now, who else would come up with exactly that frickin' line and say it in that same way? Anybody? No, because that's Nick's thing, right? Okay, Tiffany, I want you to tell me about somebody that you just, interacted with recently that you can think of immediately. Who?
My little nephew, who I nickname Nugget, who hates
Great.
me if I write it on paper, but
Oh.
will respond to it instantaneously by voice. I adore him, but he's
great.
much smarter than his 5 years.
Pause. 5-year-old nephew Nugget is his nickname. And now we have a relationship because there's this dynamic between the two of them. Does anybody else have somebody in your life that you talk to on a regular basis? Hello? Raise your hand. Okay. These are people we can use. And remember that they are part of your life on a regular basis. And now maybe that script that Tiffany's going to use doesn't make sense to talk to her nephew that's 5 years old about. But maybe there's somebody else in her life that it would make sense. So all we're doing is we're taking acting technique and we're applying it in improv, or practicing improv, and then we're applying it to a script. And so then the script, this is my world, this is my way of seeing it. I love Viola Spolin. She was one of the originals that was working with actors with improv. I love all the comedy, Second City and I.O. and Groundlings, all those great comedy schools of improv. The way I come at it is just like, you just have to be a better actor. You got to find the comedy if it's there. You got to do the script like you're alive with it. Yeah? So it's like another human being in front of you, like kind of like you're not really there. I could tap my screen and you don't feel that. You know what I mean? So you have to imagine these things that are real. That's how improv helps you humanize, personalize, bring your personality out. I feel like I'm ranting a little bit, and I probably am. I'd like to play a game with you all. Who wants to play? Then unmic yourself. We're going to play a game. It's called Zip Zap Zop. Lee knows how to play. Bethany knows. Bethany, you remember how to play?
I do.
Yeah, okay. So if your mic is off, you can play, and we can see that because there's no little red thing there, that has it on mute. We're going to play Zip Zap Zop. I'm going to start. Lee, come on, you got to play. You know how.
Okay.
So the way it works is I'm going to go back and forth with Lee just a little bit, and then Bethany, we're going to bring you in because we know from improv workouts. Mm-hmm. So it's zip, zap, zop, and then you just call somebody's name. We're not doing numbers, Lee. We're just calling names. Okay. So if we go zip, zap, zop, then we all go back to zip, and it's one person at a time. But let me explain by showing. Okay. Zip, Lee.
Zap, Bethany.
Zop, Rebecca.
Zip, Bethany.
Zop, Lee.
Zap.
Zap, Lee.
Zop, Bethany.
Zip, Sandy.
Great, that's exactly right. So are you ready? Let's play Zip, Zap, Zop. And Zip, Sandy.
Zap, Bethany.
Zop, Jerry.
Zap, Geraldine.
Now you start back on Zip.
Zip.
After Zop. So it's Zip, Zap, Zop, Zip, Zap, Zop. Jerry, go, Zip.
Zip, Barb.
Barb's not playing. She's on the mute.
Okay, Zip, Bethany.
Zap, Sandy.
Zap, Geraldine.
Zip, Lee. Zap, Rebecca.
Zop, Lisa.
Zip Christian.
Zap Tiffany.
Zop Bethany.
Zip Nick.
Zap Lisa.
Zop Bethany.
Carrie.
Zip Sandy.
Is Zap Tiffany.
Zop Nick.
Zip Christian.
Zap Peter.
All right. Yay. Okay, good, good. Zip Peter. Yay. He finally got in. Right on the end. I was going to make sure. All right, cool. So if anybody has anything that they want me to know, maybe you need to wave your hand or something, that's fine, Tim. So that's one of the ways we warm up. That's a warm-up game that we play in improv. I want to recommend, and I'll tell you at the end what I do, but I also know that you can get improv in lots of places in different ways from different people. And I just say this is really about saying get improv to keep your energy high, your camaraderie high. It's a wonderful place because we all work alone so much, to be with others and to be in a joyous state and to also reflect about acting, admitting somebody, and also to play with scripts. So what we do twice a month in my Monday group and then another group, we work on scripts with improv. And that's a kind of a boutique type of thing where we say, here's your script now, how do you deal with that in improv? How can you improv around that to actually model it to use in actual voiceover and turn it in as an audition? Improv can be fun and engaging, and it can create a lot of great camaraderie and warmth. It definitely also helps you humanize your VO, and we talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to mention a couple of things specifically. It helps you visualize where you are. So when we're playing improv, a lot of the focus of improv, whether it's in any of those comedy schools or some other local school you might find, or in my group, we ask you to envision an environment. Yeah? And a lot of the times, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah? That's just a constant. And sometimes we go into it deeply. So I thought it would be fun a little bit to have somebody suggest an environment right now, just a place, not a specific geographic location so much as a place we all might know of. For example, like a kitchen, but it can be somewhere else. It doesn't have to be a room in a house. Give me a suggestion.
Grocery store.
Great. Grocery store. So we're having a little to do at the grocery store. It doesn't even matter right now what's happening because all we want to do is feel like we're there. So let's just have you start calling out, for those of you who want to participate, the grocery store and what we see. Now, the idea here with improv is that one person says something, so that's there. It's like what anybody says, that's there, that's there. It's a yes and. That's what improv is about, yes anding. So you're building together. I'm going to put us at a big block grocery store. It's a big one. Okay, somebody else.
There's a lobster tank in the back.
Yes, a lobster tank in the back. Good.
And the lobster tank is right next to the meat department.
Great. The lobster is next to the meat department. Great.
And the meat department is next to the bakery.
And the meat, this is so great. I feel like I'm walking through. Great.
They're great croissant in the bakery.
Ooh, we narrowed in. See how we zoomed in now onto the croissant. Nice.
There's a kid knocking on the lobster tank.
Now we're adding ambiance. This is great. So there's another character, the kid at the lobster. Great. Keep going. How's it feel? What do you hear? What are the lights like?
You're hearing the Pet Shop Boys on the thing.
Wow, and the speakers, like the in-house speakers are playing Pet Shop Boys. Great. How's the lighting?
Super bright,
Industrial
white,
fluorescent.
Everybody's in agreement. It's industrial, it's fluorescent,
Yes.
it's bright.
Yes.
How about the place itself? Are we in empty? We saw a kid, but like, is it empty? Is it busy? Tell me a sense of movement.
Not enough parking.
Oh, now we're inside. No, we're inside. So that's taking us out. I want to stay inside the building. That's great, Peter. Let's think about inside.
It's the afternoon rush after school.
Ooh, okay. All right. So he said there wasn't enough parking, so that implies there's a lot of people inside, doesn't it? Yeah.
And
Good.
it's only 2 cashiers there. The rest are self-checkout.
What's happening at self-checkout? Now let's pick a couple of scenes where there are some people and you see some things happening with the self-checkout. I've seen this a lot, so I'm sure you have too.
I see a woman with too many coupons and way too many items to go through a self-checkout aisle.
Great, Christian. That is so great. Now, you see how we could zoom in on that woman and create a scene just with her, right? We could create a whole scene where she's either talking to herself, or maybe she's there with her neighbor or somebody else she goes shopping with, her daughter or her husband. Yeah? And we could have a whole interaction like, darling, I tell you all the time, please, I love that you cut the coupons. Can we please just go through the regular line? Right? Something like that. Like, we could just start a little scene like that, and it could be cute. But honey, like, we could find the relationship. What you can do, and we did really good examples of this, is you create an environment, but you don't just say place. You don't just say market, grocery store. You create the world. You create the world by bringing in the specifics, by creating it yourself. And with a team, it's fun. But you can do this yourself. But practicing with a team in improv is really helpful, because then why? Why? Because it comes to you fast. It comes to you quickly. And the other great thing about doing it in improv is then you switch to something new. And so you get agile with it. You get like easy to adapt to a new thing now. Now we're not in a supermarket anymore. Now we're in, and you pick a new place. So in order to keep going, and thank you all for joining, even if you're late, I'm sorry. The other thing that comes up a lot in scripts and also with improv is, who you talking to? Well, hey, we just talked about that a moment ago. So in improv, you're always with somebody in a scene, constantly. The other thing is, when you're by yourself, having had that practice, not knowing who your scene partner is going to be, not knowing what the scene is going to be. For example, Lee, let's just do it. So we have a little thing we do. You are, now we could be real. That might be more valuable for us. Let me just think for 2 seconds here. Let's do this. You are Maya Haugh.
You are Sue Depp.
We are sisters.
And we are at our parents' house visiting.
And we are washing the dishes in the kitchen sink.
And we are arguing a bit.
New choice.
We're reminiscing about last Christmas.
Great. Yay. So we've just set the scene. We do this as a constant thing when we're in improv scenes. Whether you're at Second City or Ground Lane or IO or some other local place, you're usually going to be doing this kind of work. And then you'll get into a scene and you'll be either physically present with each other or you'll be virtually present. I prefer doing this in audio only so that you're having to figure out things in an audible way, and that's helpful for us as voice actors. This is what you can do by yourself as well with a script. Mm-hmm. Who am I talking to? Where am I? Why am I saying these things? Yeah. Now I'm going to show you a document. And let's just say it's the first line. When we walk into the room, I can see envy in everybody's eyes. They're definitely jealous. These are, ignore the topics. I just wanted some lines for us. These are points of view. Yeah. So they're giving you a sense of where you are, what the situation is. When you are playing a scene, and kind of we did it with our situation with Lee, you want to find out what's the urgency or situation, yeah? The urgency can vary a lot, right? So you have a point of view. And with voiceover, we often say, and we play with this sometimes very specifically, what is your point of view? We did this just on Monday, right, Lee? You were there, yeah? Where I actually give you a point of view and then other people try to figure out what that point of view is by the way that you come across with it. So point of view is another thing that we use in improv, and it works great to help you in places where you want to come across in a certain way. That's acting. Now you can call it manipulating and you don't have to think of it as acting, but these are the tricks and the techniques that actors use so that they can become somebody else or become somebody real themselves while they're talking to somebody. This can be used in characters. So if you're playing a video game or you're doing some animation, this can be used in video. Oh, sorry, somebody's just coming here. Video games. And then some people are coming late. You people who are late, you've missed so much. I'm so sorry. And then it just basically helps you get better and better and better at doing what you're supposed to do, which is acting with a script as your partner. What questions do you have so far? I kind of want to check in.
When you were doing the We Are activity, I don't know what it's called,
It's
but
fine.
with Lee, and she said you all were arguing. Why did you say make another choice?
Good question. Excellent question. You can follow with arguing, but I did that because we try in our improv groups to keep it more outside of the negative and into the positive, because the work that we're doing is usually not in a dramatic form. The majority of work that we're doing is commercial, it's narrative, it's e-learning, it's audiobooks. Well, audiobooks will take you where they want to take you. But in a nonfiction, you're reading it, you're usually in an up mood for the people. It depends on the book. I'm thinking of so many audiobooks right now, it changes a lot. So that's why I just went with that, because it's a little bit towards where we focus. But we could definitely argue. Absolutely. Thank you for asking that question. That was something I did with Lee because we've been focusing on staying in the positive. So that was just this natural thing that I did with Lee. I didn't have to do that. Apologize, Lee. I didn't have to do that. It was just a thing that I thought of. Great question. What other questions? It's also a really fun game to play called New Choice, so that when you're playing, there's somebody else outside saying after each response, after 5 responses, you never know when somebody says New Choice, and you have to come up with a new answer to the person's response to you. Okay, good. All right, so what I want to do is play another game, and now there are many more people here.
Be fun.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, let's play Minister's Cat because it's a fun game. It's not a hard game. So those of you that want to play, put yourself where you're off mute, and we're just going to go around. Let's see. I'll just call names. I won't play. You all will play, and I'll help you learn. So the game is this. The minister's cat is a blank cat. The minister's cat is a happy cat. The minister's cat is a crazy cat. The minister's cat is a goofy cat. And we just fill in the blank. We're going to start there, okay? So I'll call your name, and we'll try to keep it going so we keep some pacing going, and then I'll switch it in a little bit. So, Ellen, do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so you're just going to go. I'll call your name, and you just go. Geraldine.
The minister's cat is a lazy cat.
Jerry.
The minister's cat is a calico cat.
Judith.
The minister's cat is an idle cat.
Amy.
The minister's cat is a soft cat.
Allison.
The minister's cat is a grumpy cat.
Sandy.
The minister's cat is a lazy cat.
Lee.
The minister's cat is an angry cat.
Nick.
The minister's cat is a purple cat.
Carrie.
The minister's cat is a judgy cat.
Peter.
Minister's cat is a hip cat.
Tiffany.
The minister's cat is a feisty cat.
Lisa.
The minister's cat is a sphinx cat.
Christian.
The minister's cat is a sleazy cat.
Bethany.
The minister's cat is a scrappy cat.
Okay, so this version, you have to follow the person who went before you with the same first letter of the way they described the cat. All right, so if you're going to keep playing, keep your mute off. Otherwise, I won't call on you. I'll do the same thing. I'll call on you. So Judith, she gets to choose. Then we're all going to have to say the same letter that she chooses. Judith.
The minister's cat is a spiteful cat.
So S is the key. Tiffany.
The minister's cat is a scary cat.
Amy.
The minister's cat is a singing cat.
Allison.
The minister's cat is a sexy cat.
Nick.
The minister's cat is a spastic cat.
And you don't want to repeat the same one. Sandy.
The minister's cat is a... Could this pass psycho cat? I know it's not an S.
No.
Is a...
So in this game, we can also say, oh, you're out, and we narrow it down and down and down and down.
The minister's cat is a seductive cat.
Woo! Jerry.
The minister's cat is a silly cat.
Lisa.
The minister's cat is a small cat.
Christian.
The minister's cat is a stupid cat.
Stephanie.
The minister's cat is a spicy cat.
Lee.
The minister's cat is a speedy cat.
Geraldine,
The minister's cat is a spicy cat.
did we have any duplicates? That's okay. It's a rule we can break.
Saucy,
We have so many
saucy.
people. Oh my gosh. Nice work. Nice work. So that's just another kind of a fun game. It's not as much improv as it's just playing around and getting loose and getting to know each other, you know, that kind of thing. We did environment. Great. Now, who would like to work on a little bit of a harder thing? I just want 2 people. Christian, Bethany, those are the hands I saw come up first. For the rest of you, remind me, it was Tiffany, Allison, Geraldine I saw. We're going to probably do 2 of these at least. So who is up now? Christian and Bethany, is that right? Is that what I said? Okay, great. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you first define an environment together, all right?
Okay.
Somebody else, let's say Allison, tell them a place that they're going to then get into details on.
Okay, they're inside a church.
Great, you're inside a church. So now Bethany and Christian, just start describing it one line at a time. So Bethany takes the description part, then Christian and Bethany, and we'll get into some details. Whatever you like. You're in a church, so that's where you start.
And
Bethany.
we're in a church and the pews are full.
We're in a church and it's very traditional.
We're in a church and it has stained glass windows.
We're in a church and it has a pipe organ.
And you can just define it. You don't have to say we're in a church and. It's okay.
And there's a priest behind a pulpit.
Okay.
There's a choir in chairs on the stage.
The lighting.
There's a strobe light in the center of the church.
Wow. The sounds around us.
There's 5 chandeliers set up in a symmetrical pattern.
Wow. Okay, cool. We're pausing and we're accepting it like that just now. Okay, we don't have a lot of detail about the floor, but we know it's packed with people. We have a lot of good detail, and you can add more detail, but you're going to play a scene now. You cool with that?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to start by saying some actions that will help you define the scene. So it's a you name him, and then he names you. I'm having Bethany go first. So you give him a fake new name, and then you give her a fake new name. Let's just do that right now.
You are Stephen Box.
Great.
You are...
Can somebody type this in the box there?
Jessica Oak.
Jessica Oak. Great. Now, Bethany, it's your turn, and you get to define the relationship you 2 are to each other.
We are engaged.
Great. Christian, you get to define where you are in the church with each other.
We're in the middle right pew.
And now, Bethany, you get to define the activity that you're doing, sitting there in the middle right pew in a very crowded church.
Okay. We are whispering back and forth to one another.
Now, let's try an activity that you'd actually physically do without the talking, because we're going to get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're leafing through the hymnal.
Nice. Okay. Christian, how are you feeling? How are you both feeling in this moment?
We're both enjoying the service and one another's company.
Oh, and we're engaged. So now, lights down, stage lights come up, and we're going to let you run the scene and take it where you will. You already know each other, you're engaged, so you get to play it that way and just start talking. Maybe you are whispering. So be real in the place. Everybody else turn their video off.
I wonder when we should tell them.
Tell them what?
Well, about us. I mean, we're excited. Don't you want to share?
I mean, yeah, but we don't need to make it public. Not Instagram official yet.
Well, what about our families, though? I mean, your sister's visiting.
That's true. It's going to be a hard secret to keep from her. Oh my gosh, she's such a blabbermouth, though.
I know, but don't you just love her? She's so wonderful.
I do love her. I really do. I can't imagine not growing up with her. But where we are now in life, it's a pretty big deal.
True. Think of it this way. If we tell her, we won't have to tell anybody else because she'll tell them all.
That is a possibility, but don't you think it should be like coming from us? Like we should do like something big, like "Hey, we're engaged," something like that. I don't know.
Okay, so you want to make like a big announcement? I'm all about it.
And scene. Good work. Very nice. You know what I loved about that scene is you guys really stayed with it. You stayed connected. You stayed like you're in that space and you got into the relationship and knowing other people and trying to make a very personal decision. And she's got you in church trying to do this.
It's like, babe.
And you can always bring that up too. And there are so many different things that we can talk about in terms of improv. But what I want to do is just let you know that you created 2 new characters. You lived them as if they were real for a very short moment. And you did it in front of other people watching, and you were fine with it. And you can do these kinds of things and mess around and play, and then apply that to the script when it's appropriate. So we have just a little bit more time left. I'd like to get another person, one person right now. Who can that be? That had already raised their hand. Okay, Geraldine, and then Tiffany if we have time. Okay. So I'm going to share another script. Where is this? Is this the script? Oh, I hope this is the script. Hope it's not like some secret that I wrote to myself. Okay, no, it's not. All right, this is just for practice.
Hey. Park City is a place where you can ski and ride through an endless snow globe, then dine inside one.
Okay, cool. And now do it again, just knowing that you got the words in and do it again. Just do it again, give it another spin.
Park City is a place where you can ski and ride through an endless snow globe, then dine inside one. Park City is a place where you can ski and ride through an endless snow globe. Oh, it's cold. Whew. Then dine inside one.
And in the nursery school, let's bring that in. So you're trying to shake the globe because the kids are making the globes. Okay, like they could make the globe. Okay, so now you're cold. It's cold. You're all outside, but oh yeah, you're playing in the snow with the nursery school kids. How about that?
Okay. Hi. Yes. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna write this. Okay, you want to help me? Okay.
Oh, you don't have to write. We shifted. We left that go. You're just playing with the kids in the snow in front of the Park City ski loft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, ring around the rosies. Park City is a place. Oh, pocket full of posies.
Tell your mommy this. Say that. Say, tell your mommy this, and then get into the line.
Hey, you want to get a cool activity you can do with your parents? Repeat after me. Park City is a place where you can ski and ride through an endless globe. Then dine inside one. Do you know what dine means?
That's good work. Good work, Geraldine. I'm not trying to be too serious and try to be the actor on Shakespeare here, people, because I'm just trying to show you how it can change from her normal, what she was doing, to then giving her these scenarios from one to the next and seeing her shift. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm playing around and making it not so serious, but I'm showing you how it works. All right, Tiffany. Bring you up.
All right.
Where are you? Okay.
Sure.
So let's do the same thing, but I'm going to put you in a different place. So Lisa, give her a new place to be.
A hospital waiting room.
A hospital waiting room.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting. Let's just stick with that and see what you do with it.
Okay. Yeah, I really could get away right now. You know, Park Place is a place where you can ski and ride through an endless snow globe and then dine inside one. I would love to do that.
Very nice. I love everybody's ad-libbing too, by the way, Geraldine and Tiffany right now. Okay. Now, you're in that waiting room and you are... We're just going to shift this a little bit, okay, Tiffany?
Yeah, let's do
You're
it.
in the right place. You're in the waiting room because why? Why are you in the waiting room? What are you waiting for?
For my friend who had a health scare to be discharged.
Okay, I'm going to change it just slightly. I think that's perfect. She's coming out of surgery after getting her lips done, her lips and her whole facelift, let's say. No, her boobs. Let's give her boobs, right? So this is the friend you go partying with, and she's getting all her work done, and this is where you're going to go after. Like, this is the plan. She's getting the work done, she's going to recover, and then guess what? Yeah? So you're sitting in the waiting room because you're going to give a ride home.
Uh-huh.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was asking, is the friend already coming out? So this is who I'm talking to?
No. Nope.
Oh,
You're sitting there by yourself in the waiting room.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh, she's going to be looking so good. And then we can go to Park City, which is that place where we can ski and ride through an endless snow globe and then dine inside one and just look so fabulous doing it.
And we're going to pick up dudes and we're going to have a great time celebrating her new body. Yeah, you could just keep going and going and going, right? Tiffany? Yeah? Yeah. Good. Good. These are just tiny little examples of how we play. And I thank you so much, Tiffany. Who is the other? Geraldine. Yeah, you guys jumped in, and Bethany and Christian also for doing it. So when you're doing improv, you can go to any kind of improv place, and usually it's not about voiceover. There are a few popping up. I've been doing this since 2013. Just for voiceover. And when I first started, people that were doing improv regularly, like, you can't do it in audio only. You can't do it for like voiceover. I said, well, I'm going to try. And I have been. And now it's a thing, and there are more people teaching it. So I was ahead, and I'm still doing it. And it's a lot of fun. And so please get your improv training wherever you can get it. And then use it to help yourself become a better actor, because that's what you need in order to beat AI. You need to be a really good actor. Judith, do you want to say anything about that experience you had since you had posted about it? I was just wondering, I know it's off the cuff.
What, yesterday, you mean, when I was saying about the phone, being on the phone? No?
No, it was more about the time when you came and you worked out with the script. You can talk about it from that perspective, but in this case, I'm just trying to bring up the fact that improv helps you with the scripts and voiceover.
I see.
And what that's doing is helping you become a better actor. And what that's doing is then helping you beat AI.
Yesterday on LinkedIn, I posted about AI. So I was like, I thought you wanted
Sorry.
Well, I can talk about that. It was so boring. I was on hold, and then I'll get to a question. I was on hold to make a mammogram appointment, and the hospital, have gone over to this robotic AI, and it was horrendous. I mean, it was absolutely lifeless. I couldn't have enough superlatives. It was just terrible. And you're just there, hanging on for the amount of times that they're going to finally get through to you. And I was like, yep, they've gone the AI, and it's just soulless, and I don't know. Anyway, that was just my rant.
It's AI. That's the AI that everybody hates. Yeah.
I think I prefer green sleeves, like 100 times over that. Anyway, you were talking about, I think, taking your class. So a few weeks ago.
I was just trying to get your experience, because I think what I noticed when she came to my Improv into Scripts workout, and they're very small, usually on purpose, because it's nice to have a few people to work with. And you had been saying how, okay, you were getting new insights into approaching the script.
Yes.
Want to elaborate on that?
Yeah. So I do improv like for theatre work, but for some reason I was getting stuck mentally with my voice stuff. I don't know why I'd got this mental block or mental shift to have to overcome. So yeah, I just found it super helpful. We took a script, and I was at, a swimming pool, and we did exactly that. You gave me a scenario, and I stood up, which helped as well, because sitting is super dry, as because you can't use your physicality, and just things of thinking about where you are, what is it, what's the weather like, what are you looking at, what are you standing on, that sort of level of detail. Because I've done the who are you talking to, those checkpoints, but it was that, okay, but how are you standing, who are you talking, what's around you, how are you going to, all of those extra layers that you gave in that session was very helpful. I guess it would be like having a black and white drawing and then you're coloring it in with all the colors, right? And
yeah.
so then I had some auditions that week and I just took that with me. And for some reason, it's just that extra layering, because I think everybody's probably sat in on a class where it's who are you talking to, what time of day?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
that's part of the thing.
Sort of that first level. So I just found it super helpful. So yeah, plug for Rebecca's class.
Well, and what I'm trying to say is, with improv, for me, it helped me become a better actor. And I got inspired by Tina Fey and who's the blonde? Amy Poehler. God, that's terrible. Because I saw the life and the way that they brought it with all that comedy, it was great, but they also can do the drama. And I struggled, to be very honest, I struggled with the Meisner approach because it felt so slow. I felt like I was going through mud all the time and working so hard. And it's supposed to be natural, right? And what I found for me and what I find for other people, but maybe not everybody, is that improv loosens you up to find out how to be you and how to play as an adult, because you can do it if you're with kids a lot. That's easier. But sometimes if you come from a structured place or a structured family or the military or something, you feel like everything has to be known and done and we're an adult and we got ourselves together, right? You're adulting. But improv really helps you let go of all that, but put it in a structured way towards your acting and towards your script. Does that make sense? So what questions are there? Because we're pretty much out of time. And I really wanted to talk about AI and really appreciate your insights on that quiz or the poll that we did at the beginning. People are concerned about AI. I'm concerned about AI because it's just getting better and better, just like digital cameras got better and took over the film. Who uses film anymore? Very few people.
For the AI thing, I still think there's going to be genres where it won't work. It just doesn't work, like gaming. I just can't see it because you need so much physicality and you need those, and all the noises we make.
Yeah,
so
all the efforts.
I do agree with you. I think in things like e-learning, it's probably going to steal the show. But I wonder if it is going to not translate very well in some genres. But if you're not, I don't do gaming. So then that's,
That's a really good point. And the thing I would say to that is, and so more people will be shifting towards those genres. People who are really good actors or better actors will be getting those roles because they're better actors, because they will take that audition and they will kick it out of the park, hit it out of the park. And then, they're going to get booked because they know how. So it's really important to be a good actor. I know, I feel like I'm a broken record. But that's what I think is missing in a lot of stuff. I went 2 years with a commercial coach and she, in the end, she didn't teach me to be a better actor, and that's what I needed. And I rely on improv mostly to do that because that's my thing. And I push myself and I really make myself figure out what are the answers. So like Judith was saying, it's not just who you're talking to. I'm talking to my dad. Where are you and why are you talking about this right now? And then what is the situation? Are you sitting in a country, like a place where you're like this and you're really chill and you're like hanging out and it's like that? Or are you talking about something important so that you're sort of sitting up like I just moved, if you saw me? I sat up and my back is kind of straight and it's like important because Dad, we got to talk about Mom and her health and it's kind of scary. And, so what's the situation and why are you saying that? Great. If you're interested in further work with me, you can go to voimprov.com. I have a class in April, and I'm going to pull up that and get you that real quick. It's called 101-201. It's a kind of a fun class because you can join, if you've had the basic training of improv somewhere else, you can join and come in for an intensive in just the second half. It's improv training for 2 weeks, and then it's improv into scripts for voice. It's all for voice actors. It's only for voice actors. I only do for voice actors. And what I also do is improv into scripts like the one that Judith did. I do that once. We do that twice a month. You do need to have improv training, be able to join this. And that's the link for that. And if you want to have a free consult with me, you can. And for those of you that came at the beginning, let's say in the first half hour, I will let you join the Improv into scripts, I will give you a $25 credit for whatever you want to try. All right. So it's $35 usually for the Improv into scripts. It's a 90-minute session. But I do want you to have some kind of improv training. And if you don't and you want some and you want to get it with me, then you can get $25 off the class that starts in April, and it's 4 weeks. So thank you very much for coming. And it was great to see all of you and meet some of you for the first time. I hope that it was great to see you again, Nick. He and I met when I was living in LA. We met at a class. Thank you so much. Tiffany and I are going to hang out here, so we'll let all the rest of you go, but have a great day. I hope that you learned a little bit something here. I know I was on my little soapbox a little bit because I really believe in acting, and I hope that really penetrated a little bit. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rebecca. Great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you
Appreciate
too.
you.
Thank you.
Yes,
This was
thank you
super
so much,
fun.
Thank you
Rebecca.
so much.
Bye.
It's nice to meet you. Thank you so much.